As most people know now, Ukraine is under attack by Russia, but what some people don't know is why they are invading. Most people know the basic gist of why, but what if we dug a little deeper? We are your hosts, Elvis and Hawken, and on this episode of Ukraine Simplified, we will do just that.
In 1922, an organization of a group of countries in Europe and Asia called the Soviet Union formed together. The group of countries contained countries such as Russia, Georgia, Armenia, Turkmenistan, and none other than Ukraine. By 1989, some of the Soviet Union countries had enough of this group. They wanted their independence as a free country, and they got it. By 1991, the Soviet Union had been dismantled. Finally, these countries had been set free. But unfortunately, Russia still wanted the Soviet Union to be assembled.
This enormous alliance was taking over Europe, and someone had to stop it. That someone was NATO. NATO is most of the western side of Europe that is in an alliance with the US to try to stop the Soviet Union from spreading communism to other parts of Europe. As the years have gone by, even though the Soviet Union is gone, NATO has stayed as an alliance. In fact, NATO has gained a lot of countries. And those countries are some of the former Soviet Union countries, including Georgia, Latvia, Armenia, and many more.
Unfortunately, the leader of Russia, Vladimir Putin, is not fond of these former Soviet Union countries joining NATO. While all these countries have been joining NATO, Ukraine has remained unprotected by NATO. Although they had the chance to join in the late 90s, Ukraine refused.
So back to the main question, why is Putin invading? Putin does not want these former Soviet countries to join NATO, so he asked NATO to stop letting former Soviet Union countries join, but they denied him. That made him really mad. According to BBC.com, an article stated, the Russian leader's initial aim was to overrun Ukraine and depose its government, ending for good its desire to join the Western Alliance, NATO.
The Soviet Union was intact. Ukraine was the second largest country in the alliance and was bordering Russia, so Russia had a bit of a bond with the Ukrainians. According to BBC.com, Putin said Russia and the Ukrainians are one people. This is showing that Russia really wants the alliance to form back together. Although Russian is the second language with 26.9% of people speaking Russian, they are a different country. And even though they share some similarities, that doesn't mean they are identical.
Not only is it that Putin wants these former Soviet Union countries to stop joining NATO, but he also wants these former Soviet countries to join back together, reuniting the Soviet Union after nearly 3 decades. According to the NBC News, it stated Putin is obsessed about bringing Ukraine back into the Soviet Union again.
At this point, Putin had already bombed the capital. He had bombed children's hospitals. What is he going to do next? According to BBC.com, it states, he appears to have scaled back his ambitions, but it's true. Is he actually scaling it back? Check out our other episodes of Ukraine Simplified for the answers to these questions.
We are your hosts, Elvis and Hawken, and thanks for watching this episode of Ukraine Simplified.